Are you looking for 10 best things to do in Rome? Take time to experience Los Angeles dolce vita. Even every week isn't always lengthy sufficient to revel in the whole thing Roma has to provide. From ancient to excursions via historic Rome Colosseum, Roman Forum to Sunday morning purchasing on the Porta Portese flea marketplace to climb to the pinnacle of St. Peter's Basilica, this town is bursting with matters to do. You can assist your probabilities of returning to Roma via way of means of tossing a coin with inside the Trevi Fountain. Destiny would possibly simply deliver you lower back to the eternal city, or so the legend goes. Here is the list of 10 best things to do in Rome. 1. Trevi Fountain, a must-see on many tourist itineraries. The Trevi Fountain is located among the excessive attention of hotels, purchasing, and nightlife, finished with inside the mid-1700 seconds. The Trevi is an effective instance of a Baroque layout with a fairly mythological character. The god of the sea, Oceanus, emerges from the pool, flanked by a way of means of his trusty tritons. The fountain underwent an extensive, multi-million-euro recovery and reopened in its complete beauty in November 2015. According to Roman lore, throwing 1 or 3 cash into the Trevi, together along with your proper quit your left shoulder guarantees you may go back to Rome. You may fall in love with an appealing Roman, and you will marry that identical Roman. This mythological webpage is first-rate regarded at nighttime whilst lighting fixtures light up the fountain. However, a few tourists lament the Trevi's many travelers and competitive neighborhood avenue vendors. Located in Corso and Spagna, the Trevi Fountain sits off the Barberini Metro Prevent. 2. St. Peter's Basilica, the epicenter of Roman Catholicism. St. Peter's Basilica is focused in Vatican City and open each day for unfastened. Many traffic experience hiking to the pinnacle of the dome. For a rate of €6, you may climb the 551 steps to the summit. For a rate of €8, you may take an elevator to a terrace in which you may climb simply 320. Regardless, you may absorb a landscape of Rome's superb landscape. If you've come hoping to seize a glimpse of the Pope, you need to do not forget attending the Wednesday general audience. Whilst he deal with the gang in St. Peter's Square with prayers and songs, it's unfastened to attend. However, tickets are required. You'll additionally need to make certain he's in residence. Test the Vatican internet site to view the schedule. No price tag is needed to look the Pope on Sundays. Whilst he typically deal with the gang in St. Peter's Square at noon, keep in thoughts that is an energetic church with each day mass services. Likewise, a stringent get-dressed code is enforced. No quick skirts, hats, or naked shoulders. And due to the fact St. Peter's Basilica is one of the area's primary points of interest, there may be usually a protracted queue. 11. Though it has a tendency to head fast, recent tourists advocate you spring for excursion manual. The intensity of perception they carry to the Basilica sincerely makes the revel in. For extra statistics on excursions, study our pointers for traveling the Vatican and its points of interest. 3. Pantheon. The Pantheon, a former Roman temple and now a present-day church, is thought for its best proportions. That's amazing, seeing because it become raised in ad 120. While you are there, you may additionally pay your respects to Raphael, in addition to Italian kings Victor Emmanuel II and Umberto I, who are all buried there. Recent traffic defined this unfastened appeal as a must-see. In addition, they say the Piazza della Rotonda, wherein it is placed, is a relaxed pudding for a coffee, pizza slice, or gelato. Other endorsed procuring an excursion manual to hire apprehend the historic records you are seeing. Beat the crowds via way of means of traveling early with inside the morning. 4. Colosseum, the web page of many bloody gladiatorial fights. The Colosseum, which become opened in 80 ad, may want to then maintain approximately 50,000 spectators, with a circumference of 573 yards and sitting on marshland. Specialists say the Colosseum is an engineering wonder, now no longer to say an animal and human rights atrocity. Today, the big complicated is a 5 web page among tourists. That stated, you may locate prolonged traces nearly each time you go to. To beat the queues, you should buy a price tag on the Roman Forum, which lets a new admittance to each, in addition to Palatine Hill and a line leap on the Colosseum. Recent Colosseum traffic endorsed choosing an excursion manual, with a few pronouncing it offers extra context, presenting a richer revel and then definitely viewing the structure. Other tourists in particular advise taking a nighttime excursion to overcome the crowds. 5. Vatican Museums and Sistine Chapel. You'll locate one in every of Vatican City's maximum infamous points of interest housed inside those walls. The Sistine Chapel, an excursion of the Vatican Museum's presence get right of entry to the numerous sections of the palaces, the Sistine Chapel included, but do not forget the treasures housed in the museums themselves, which includes the spiral staircase and the Raphael rooms. The Vatican museums are so great that guided excursions are noticeably endorsed 11, though they make the rate of traveling quite expensive. Audio courses are a miles less expensive alternative. Recent traffic gushed approximately the Vatican museums, however warned Destiny traffic to order tickets online nicely in advance. Others advise splurging for the guided excursions as they provide a wealth of knowledge. If you do not need to spend on a guided excursion, do not forget doing all your homework and analyzing up at the web page earlier than traveling. An advice from Beyond Tourists. 6. Roman Forum. Not as famous because the Colosseum. A few say the Roman Forum is extra interesting. The Roman Forum accommodates a whole lot of the ancient Rome's maximum essential structures, from shrines to authorities' homes to monuments. Although a whole lot of the complicated is in ruins, you may see the stays and consider the previous glory of the Arch of Septimius Severus, the Temple of Saturn, the Arch of Titus, and the House of the Vestal Virgins, amongst different structures. Recent tourists refer to as a go to the Roman Forum a must. However, they do recommend Destiny traffic to lease or circulate an audio manual, or lease a neighborhood manual. Past traffic additionally advise dispensing masses of time to look the ruins and carrying weather-suitable attire. The Roman Forum, Palatine Hill, and the Colosseum have separate price tag entrances. However, all three websites may be accessed through one admission price tag. Tickets price €12 for adults and €7.50 for kids. The tickets presents you get right of entry to all three websites. You may stroll around every freely. Tickets are legitimate for 2 consecutive days and correct for one front to the Colosseum and one front to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. Access to all three websites is unfastened the primary Sunday of the month. If you bought a Roma pass, your admission rate is covered. The Forum is open each day from 8:30 a.m. to an hour earlier than sunset. 7. Santa Maria della Vittoria. This featured chapel from Dan Brown's Angels and Demons is now closely trafficked by a way of means of Robert Langdon wannabes, but Baroque artwork lovers would possibly need to courageous the crowds for examine Gian Lorenzo Bernini's Cornaro Chapel, which functions the ecstasy of St. Teresa statue. Recent traffic cannot prevent gushing approximately Santa Maria della Vittoria. Many stated the church is not anything quick of stunning, noting that the element of Bernini's ecstasy of St. Teresa is clearly incredible. However, tourists additionally cited that the church is exceedingly small as compared to a number of the town's different masterpieces, so put together for a decent area in the course of hike vacationer season. 8. Church of San Luigi dei Francesi. If you are a fan of Caravaggio, you may need to go to the San Luigi dei Francesi. Inside this church in Piazza Navona are 3 of the Baroque artist's works, which includes the Calling of St. Matthew, one in every of his maximum well-known paintings, St. Matthew and the Angel, and the Martyrdom of St. Matthew. Recent traffic advocate preventing with inside the church, mainly if need to get a glimpse of a number of Caravaggio's maximum well-known works. Several reviewers endorsed analyzing up at the works earlier than traveling, as there may be no statistics in the church. Travelers additionally advocate parting with some cash to feed a meter that in brief illuminates the paintings. 9. Trastevere. If you need to examine the actual Rome, specialists and tourists strongly advocate you go to Trastevere, located south of Vatican City. This community is domestic to the Santa Maria and Trastevere, in addition to several eating places and community stores. It is frequently as compared to New York City's Greenwich Village or Paris's Left Bank way to its fascinating cobblestone streets and slim roads. Although a touch further from the town center, Trastevere is successful with traffic who favored the distance, noting that once such a lot of days weaving via crowds and getting caught in vacationer traps, it is first rate to discover a quieter community with less expensive, extra true food. Travelers additionally stated they felt like they skilled an actual look at existence as a Roman after having visited Trastevere. 10. Piazza Navona. Perhaps one of the first-rate recognized of Rome's public squares, the Piazza Navona dates lower back to the quid of the 15th century. Today, it fills with present-day human beings sipping coffees whilst looking avenue performers and artists. Cafes abound, and there are some of stores too. Even though current traffic stated each have a tendency to be expensive, you'll additionally locate some of magnificent monuments, which includes one via way of means of Gian Lorenzo Bernini and any other via way of means of Francesco Borromini, Sant'Agnese and Agon.